So this time I'll be doing the question. He's the first fan-picked character, which... Now, the question, he's actually a Charlton Comics character who was later bought by DC. And he first appears in another Charlton comic book, Blue Beetle #1, in 1967. Now the figure is a reuse of the Gentleman Ghost / Joker mold. The arms and legs are pretty much the same. You have arms, nice articulation. You get the bicep swivel. They bend at the elbow and swivel at the wrist a lot better than the Joker figure, actually. He does have leg articulation. Go back and forward. He's got a thigh swivel and a knee bend, and his feet kind of go up and down a little bit. Not much. A lot of that is limited by the jacket, as you can see. You're not going to get very many poses with the long trench coat. He does have chest articulation, but the abdominal, but it's not. Again, the coat hampers a lot of that. He also has waist articulation. You can see grab his two legs and turn them like that, but once again, the trench coat gets in the way, which is not really a problem for me. He does have head articulation, but something that I've noticed with this wave a lot, they don't seem to have a lot of up and down motion in the head, where they do have the side to side. He does look very, very cool. He's got that kind of cocked head look. He's a wonderful looking figure. He has the this tie, and it is a full tie. Like, you can kind of pull it out here, right there, put it back in, and he has nice details on the top of the coat. You see the belt behind there. The vest or bottom jacket is molded in together with the trench coat. He was created by Steve Ditko for Charlton Comics, and in that he's Vic Sage, an investigative journalist. Now, he has a friend, an old professor from college called Aristotle Rodar, and he has created this new sort of plastic or synthetic skin to help burn victims and people who have wounds. And he finds out that part of the process is it's toxic to people who have open wounds. So it's not really, and yeah, it does work, but it makes people sick. And he finds out that his partner in making this compound has been selling it and making money off of it when he knows that it's gonna kill some people. He and Vic Sage decide that they're gonna go after him. Aristotle Rodar creates this mask for him out of the compound, so it will obscure his features. And he also creates this gas that bonds a pseudoderm mask to his face, so it looks like part of his face, and you can't take it off when he gets captured around. The gas that he uses to bond it to his face also it works with a binary compound with his clothes that are pre-treated, and when he releases the gas from a belt buckle, the gas reacts with the chemicals already in his clothes and changes them color to the colors that you see: orange shirt or orange yellow shirt and the blue trench coat and hat. Now, he is kind of a little bit more violent than most of your other heroes. Like, to quote Batman Begins, "Now, I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you." That's his kind of attitude. As he goes along, he gets more into objectivism, the philosophy of objectivism, of which Ditko was a big supporter of. If you've read Ayn Rand, The Fountainhead, you know what it is. If not, I'm not going to spend hours and hours trying to explain it. So go look up on Wikipedia. Denny O'Neil gives him an update in 1987, where he switches to a more Zen-like philosophy. He's really anti-corruption in the fictional city that he calls home, which is Hub City. And in that series, he meets Lady Shiva, who sends him to Richard Dragon to train him in martial arts. In that, he gets his backstory changed a little bit, where you find out that he grew up in an orphanage and his real name is not Victor Sage, but Charles Victor Szaszzy, S-Z-A-S-Z. Again, I'll put it up here to, you can figure out the pronunciation. Of course, in 52, you find out that he's dying of cancer, and he's kind of grooming Renee Montoya, the disgraced Gotham City detective, as a replacement. He's a very big part of Justice League Unlimited, where he's a conspiracy theory guy, and he's the one who figures out the conspiracy against the Justice League by Lex Luthor and Task Force X and the U.S. government. The Blank, the Dick Tracy villain, going back all the way to 1937, which had the Blank Fate help maybe to influence his creation. And there's another character with a trench coat and hat created by Steve Ditko called Mr. A, which objectivism also plays into. It was a very short-lived series and character. There is one character that this guy definitely influenced, Rorschach from Watchmen. And in fact was when Watchmen was being conceived as an idea, actually started out as The Question. I think he's a great figure, even though he doesn't have the posability of a lot of the other DC Universe classics. He just looks really great. Great choice, fans. Anyway, so until my next review, so long.